I'm taking a scrap piece of paper to do my practice sketch on, so I'm just kind of outlining how big my sketchbook is so I know what area that I'm working in. And today we're going to be sketching and painting a saguaro cactus. And I always feel weird when I say saguaro because there's a G in the word. So my mind just thinks you need to say saguaro, but I read that the G is silent. This is the cactus that looks like it has arms. That's the one we're making today. And so it's basically like long ovals, elongated ovals, or rounded off rectangles. And you can make as many arms as you want to. But this is how I'm doing it. And so once I've got that down, I put that in my sketchbook and kind of refining the shapes and erasing if I need to. And then you just tap the paper and it's done. Just kidding. So I took my pencil art brush pen and I'm going over the sketch that I just did. I love that pen. And then I'm taking my watercolor paints. This is my little mini Daniel Smith palette that I created. And I'm spritzing them to kind of wake them up and activate them and make them easier to use. And then I'm using the greens in the palette. I have recently updated the palette that I'm using to just try to further refine it and have it be the colors that I want. And I'm using Rare Green Earth, Green Apatite, Olive Green, and Tiger's Eye. And I've wet the cactus area first, and then I'm dropping in the color. You typically work light to dark in watercolor because you cannot put a light color over a dark color, you won't see it. You could use it as a glaze, I guess. But anyway, in general, you're gonna work light to dark. And so I am dropping in the colors. And I think I started out with Rare Green Earth, and then I moved to Tiger's Eye first probably, and then Rare Green Earth. And then I'm dropping in some olive green and some green apatite. I'm liking the colors I chose now, but I need to play with it a little bit more to kind of see where we end up. And y'all, I just keep adding colors and kind of moving the colors around until I'm happy with how it ends up. Watercolor sometimes moves in unexpected ways, and I think that's kind of the fun of it, at least for me. So I'm adding little rocks at the bottom. So it's just little brown spots of color. And I did add burnt umber to my palette because I kept thinking that I need a brown in there. So anyway, I kind of mixed up some burnt umber, some quinacridone, burnt orange, and that's kind of what I'm using to make the rocks. And on the left side of this sketchbook, I have been putting dots of color. This is just like my swatching of the colors that I'm using in today's painting. Will I replicate this? I mean, I don't know. Maybe one day I might, but I think it's just kind of fun to revisit the colors and be able to see what colors I used in a particular piece. I think it makes it look fun. Then I'm using green apatite to add some flicks of the brush to indicate, I guess, like grass beneath the cactus, and just trying to make it look a little bit more interesting at the bottom there. And I'm trying to show you here where the green apatite kind of separates. So all you have to do, it's a granulating color, so all you have to do is just kind of swirl it around, mix it back up, and it's fine. It works great. And then I'm adding kind of those lines to indicate the depth and dimension on the cactus. And then I was going to use my brush, paintbrush, to make the needles on the cactus, but I decided to use my Lyra colored pencils, and I had kind of swatched them out ahead of time to know which ones I wanted to use, and I'm just adding little tiny strokes there to indicate all of the needles on the cactus. And then I thought, wouldn't it be fun to put a flower? I don't really know if this is a flowering one or not, or if all cactuses flower. Maybe they do, maybe cacti flower, because the plural version of cactus is cacti. Anyway, I don't know if they all flower, but I'm putting one on this one. And so I just used some permanent alizarin crimson, which is a new addition to my palette, and added that, and then kind of gave it an outline with colored pencil. And now this is all the tools that I used today. to make this little cute painting. I love how it turned out, y'all. It's simple, and I like that. I'm going to be adding titles to each of these sketchbook pages later, but yeah, that's how it looks. And here's a little bit closer look. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate the company, and I hope you're painting along. If you are, tag me places where you post it if you do, because I'd love to see your work. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.